What's up, everyone? Welcome to the show. It is Monday night. We are ready for the game of the year. What do you think? Super Bowl? Is this going to be a Super Bowl preview and rematch at the same time?
I don't know. I feel like the AFC might be going a different direction. There's so many different ways that this could go. These teams getting hot lately. Baltimore looking good. I don't know. We could have a little Cinderella story here.
I think the Mark Andrews injury is a pretty big deal. Hopefully he can come back. Yeah. And ruled him out yet. But we'll talk waiver wire. We'll talk about the game tonight. We're hoping to get Heath on here. We're reaching out, see where our man Heath Cummings is. Maybe he's just like super amped for the game. He's pre-gaming right now. I don't know. He's tailgating outside in his parking lot. Anyway, any questions you have, please fire away. Interesting waiver wire week. And first of all, Sarah, early happy Thanksgiving to you.
Happy Thanksgiving to you too. It's my favorite holiday. Not gonna lie.
It seems like it's a lot of people's favorite holiday.
Yeah.
How come it's yours?
I mean, the food, just everything. My favorite food is like, it's weird. Like I would eat a full Thanksgiving meal any day of the week, like stuffing, turkey, all casseroles and all that good stuff all the time. I don't know. Just love it. Love it. And then football on top of that. It's just perfection.
Yeah. All right, we got 3 games on Thursday, actually. We got the Packers, Lions. We got Washington, Dallas, and San Francisco, Seattle. And it looks like Geno Smith is going to play in that game. That seems to be Pete Carroll's expectation, but we're not expecting Ken Walker to play in that game. So Zach Charbonnet, I don't know if you're in any leagues where he's available, but if you were, obviously pick him up. But are you going to start him against the 49ers this week?
I will, and I don't expect much out of him on the ground, but receiving volume, yeah, even if the yardage isn't there, I mean, just, what was he had 6 caught all 6 of his targets last week. So, I mean, that just gives you a nice little boost, a safe little floor. So, yeah, I'll roll him out as an RB2 this week.
That's the thing. You really need those catches. If Drew Lock is the quarterback, I don't think I want to start any of them.
Yeah.
Things more interesting. Yeah, Lindsay agrees with you. She says, give me Thanksgiving food any day of the year. But here's the thing, like,
there we go.
I nobody agree. I know, well, some people agree with this, but ham is so much better than turkey.
I am originally from South Carolina, and so everything is fried obsessively. So I love fried turkey, exclusively the skin, the meat. I mean, like I could, take it or leave it, mix a little in, but yeah. That's the value of turkey. I mean, literally just fried turkey skin on Thanksgiving. Yes.
Okay. Let's say what's up, Heath?
Hey, sorry about that. I was all ready, and then I got into this deep discussion with Jacob Gibbs and Scott Barrett from Fantasy Points, because Scott's going to be our guest on FFT Dynasty tomorrow and what we're going to talk about. And then all of a sudden I was late. So here I am.
I'll blame Jacob. That's okay.
Yeah, it's mostly Gibbs' fault. But also I got a free plug for FFT Dynasty, so it worked.
Perfect. And there he is, Heath. So, now I've lost my train of thought. Yes, Heath, the game tonight.
Yes.
I asked Jacob earlier, and he thinks very confident the Chiefs are going to win. He said, we are going to win. How do you feel?
I'm not on the team, so I won't say we, but I figured you were going to ask me, and I mean, this feels like a 35-20 Chiefs win with maybe a fourth quarter defensive touchdown as the Eagles are trying to get back in it.
Wow. Yeah, this is kind of what I think is going to happen. I think the Eagles are going to go in there and win, and the Chiefs are going to score 20 points, and everyone's going to come out of this game going, well, the Chiefs just don't have enough offense to win the Super Bowl this year.
How many and then Adam's gonna freeze for making such a ridiculous take. How many times has Andy Reid lost off a bye?
Well, how many times has Nick Sirianni lost off a bye? Now, Andy Reid is money off the bye. He's money.
Yeah. But, it's not just the off the bye, but it's like every time. And sometimes we say, he's already played him once, so it's not a revenge game anymore. Like every time Andy Reid plays Philadelphia, it's still a revenge game for sure.
Yeah.
Tara, you like the Chiefs tonight or the Eagles?
Oh, man. I personally like the Eagles, but I think the Chiefs are going to win. Yeah. I think this is Patrick Mahomes' nice little, because he's been up and down and kind of inconsistent in terms of volume, but against this Philadelphia secondary, yeah, we could see him light it up.
Let me tell you what Andy Reid did off the bye last year. A convincing runaway 20-17 overtime victory against the Malik Willis-led Tennessee Titans, with Malik Willis throwing for 80 yards. Patrick Mahomes threw for 446 yards on 68 pass attempts. I remember that game. That game was wild.
So what you're telling me is they won.
They won in overtime by 3 against Malik Willis. And I remember being a little nervous about Derrick Henry because I thought they were going to get blown out. And he had 115 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I think it's a big DeAndre Swift night tonight.
Yeah. You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
All right. All right. So how many points from Mahomes is the question right now?
Fantasy?
Yeah.
32.
Wow.
Ooh. Say 29.
So I'm just curious, like, if you think he's going to score that much, I don't think you really liked Rashee Rice this week, right? I think he's just going to
he was around 36 to 40.
Yeah, I like him this week.
Okay. I guess it doesn't really matter anymore, right?
I would guess he's probably going to see somewhere between 4 and 6 targets. He's going to catch 3 to 5 of them. He'll probably score a touchdown and have around 40 yards.
I mean, this game is for Philadelphia. They are about to go Kansas City, Buffalo, San Francisco, Dallas, Seattle in their next 5 games. This is wild here. Let's grade the trades. Still grading trades. Tyreek Hill for Puka Nacua, who now has a shoulder injury, and Jonathan Taylor.
I'm okay with that. If you are struggling at running back, I'm okay with it. Give it a B+.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
We do. Okay. I'm a little worried about Puka. I mean, he's got so many injuries. Now he has a new one. But all right, hopefully he gets out there this week. Should I drop Deontay Johnson for Josh Downs?
No, I mean, he threw a fit on the sideline, so that usually means he'll be fine this week. No, I would still stick with Deontay. I wouldn't let him go.
Are the Bengals good defensively?
No, they second most yards per play in the NFL.
That's what I thought. I was noticing today when I was going through it. I use as net yards per attempt for pass defense and then just regular yards per attempt for rush defense. And they are one of the only teams right now who by both of those numbers grade out as a positive matchup for the opponent. Both quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, all getting a boost against the Bengals right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they were starting to make improvements. But yeah, I was going into the week, they were second worst yards per play, which shocked me. Let's see. Rest of season, Warren or James Conner? James Conner did not play a third down snap again.
I'm okay with going Warren. I think the floor is kind of similar, and he does have higher upside.
I will go Conner.
What do you think about this one? The chef's stink. Yes, like the food that they cook. Exactly.
Oh.
That's a common term.
Chefs.
Yeah, the chefs.
You remember the commercial, right? That's great, but who are the chefs? You guys remember that one? You don't remember that commercial? That was I think it was a Snickers commercial where the end zone painter guy was painting the Chiefs end zone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do know. Yeah.
He goes, great googly moogly. You ever great googly moogly? All right. We need Jake Elliott and Swift to not get 18 points. I don't love your chances, Francisco. I don't love them. Tara, I want to start Warren over Tony Pollard or Alvin Kamara this week. Pollard gets the Commanders. Kamara gets the Falcons. And I don't remember who Pittsburgh plays. Baltimore? Who do they play? They're Cincinnati. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
terrible Bengals.
I can't over Kamara just because I trust him wholly. But I don't trust Pollard. Even in a good matchup, we've seen before in a good matchup, still you sometimes can't trust them. It's up or down. Finally saw him break out, but it really wasn't that fantastic. Yeah, I could start Warren over Pollard.
My very, very early projections that are not even done yet have Warren ahead of Pollard.
I don't think I could quite do that. Warren has 3 touchdowns this year. They've all been, I believe, outside the 10-yard line. So
their touches the last 2 weeks are very similar, right?
Who, Pollard and Warren?
Yeah.
Or Najee and Warren.
Pollard
Yeah.
and Warren.
I mean,
Pollard
Pollard
and
keeps ending up with, less than 15 yards.
And Warren's more efficient.
I know. I'm just not. I'm not doing it because I think for him to score a touchdown, it's going to have to be a long range one.
Which one?
I don't
Warren.
even know if he needs a touchdown still. I mean, I've been like, I let go of Tony Pollard as a must start a solid month ago, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah. All right. Just need to. Yeah, you should be good there. Let's see. Giveaway, Kelsey. If you type "Go Eagles" one more time, in fact, I am going to block you. You know you should
block him. Nobody needs to see that right now.
Like 16 times. Kelsey, Porta, and Fields. I lost Burrow, and he's still doing it. You're done. Oh, you got your question. You got your comment up. Now you are blocked. Blocked user. Goodbye.
I saw a tweet today, and I don't remember who it was from. So I do that all the time. But Adam, you need to Azer stat this one.
Okay.
You need to Azer stat Sam Laporta when David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs are both healthy.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
His targets have been very inflated when one of those guys are out.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
That's the part of it that concerns me as well. That you might be suffering there a little bit. Not massively suffering. It's still a tight end one, but you're potentially knocking yourself down in terms of upside.
Charbonnet or Dillon off waivers, and should I drop Rico Dowdle or Herbert as stashes?
I would go Charbonnet. We've seen, Dillon underwhelm earlier in the season as the lead back, so I would still lean the direction with Charbonnet.
I know I'm behind. Okay, first off, yes, she's right. It's Charbonnet, and I would drop Dowdle to pick him up. But somebody says you're behind on that trend, Heath. If I'm citing someone else's tweet that they've already tweeted about it, it's pretty clearly I'm behind. Like if I had come up with this information, I would have been the person who tweeted it.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. I think it's only been 4 games, and he has 5 to 6 targets in all 4 of those games. So I'm looking at weeks 1, 2, 10, and 11. Let's see golf pass attempts in those games. 35, 35, 33, 35. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Why would his target share be down in those games? It feels like a little bit of coincidence to me. You don't
because of
what's
the
that?
Targets going to Gibbs.
Is it,
Gibbs,
but
and then the massive amount with Amon-Ra, it just leaves so little.
I think what we've seen is they don't throw to Montgomery as much as they throw to Gibbs. And they don't throw to Gibbs as much when Montgomery's gone because Gibbs is getting a lot of carries. And their offense, when both those guys are healthy, just like last year, is very running back centric. So you have a lot of running back touches, carries, targets, everything. But if one of them are gone, they're not going to give those touches to Craig Reynolds or Bam Knight, or who was the other guy they had? Divino Zigbo. So they throw the ball to Sam Laporta more instead.
All right. That could be. Rest of season, DST. Kansas season or New Orleans?
I don't have any rest of season DST rankings.
I do.
I don't view DSTs in a rest of season way. But I am going to put together by Friday some playoff streaming options for you.
And the Chiefs will be number 1 on your list, I believe. They will be up there. They have New England, Las Vegas, and Cincinnati in their fantasy playoffs. The Saints get the Giants, the Rams, and the Bucks. Not bad, but I think the Chiefs are better.
So I'm looking at the chat here, and did you give your awful ham is better than turkey take again? Your annual ham is Man, I wish somebody would cook a turkey right for you. It's really too bad that you've never had good turkey. Because you're right.
You just insulted my mom so severe. Of course she made turkey for me every year, but she also made ham on Thanksgiving because she knows what's up.
She made both?
Yeah. We have big things
nice.
usually.
I'm gonna smoke a turkey on Thursday. Oh, it's gonna be spectacular.
It's probably gonna be good, but don't know. I feel like you have to do a lot to dress up the turkey to make it good. You know, you got to put the gravy on. Ham, you just put the freaking ham in the oven. It comes out. It's sweet. It's
okay. I will give you this.
Yeah.
Easy ham is better than easy turkey.
All right. There we go. I'll take that. Let's see. Start 2 in PPR. Jaden Reed, Rondale Moore, James Cook, and Drake London.
Jaden Reed and James Cook.
Yeah, I don't know about Cook against the Eagles. I don't know. This is a tough one.
Yeah, I'm never going to be good at start-sit questions on Monday. I could just say 2 names, but I have no idea what I'm going to tell somebody on Friday. But James Cook would be first.
We could just talk about turkey and ham. Eat turkey and ham at the same time. That's probably good.
Yeah.
Adam Ham Azer. All right.
Why not just add ham? Add ham Azer.
Add Ham Azer. I like that. Let's see. Dynasty trade grade. Oh, look at this spicy meatball. Wow. Chase Waddle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Bijan and AJ Brown.
Wow.
You don't like it?
No,
You don't like it? I don't mind it.
That's pretty close to
Really?
that's really bad.
Wow. I don't know, Tara. I think he's being a little harsh here.
Yeah. I don't think it's I think it's like a C+. I don't think it's that.
Well, now see, the way that we grade trades, Tara, is a C is a break-even deal, which I think is wrong. Like, it should just be an A for both sides. But when you say C+, that means you'd rather have Bijan and Brown than Chase, Waddle, Ken Walker, and Antonio Gibson. So
no,
I'll give
that.
It's a D.
It's an interesting scale. Yeah.
Okay. It's a bad scale.
It's not a bad scale. I want something in the middle. A C is in the middle, right? I mean, come on now.
Yeah, but Tara and I didn't get a lot of
I thought
C's.
it was like average. Like, yeah.
I got Heath. Come on now. You know I didn't get C's. Mark Andrews replacement, half PPR. Wow, you got some good options there, man.
Schultz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would lean Schultz and then Ferguson.
And Joke is right there for me too.
Do you guys think Joe Flacco is going to be the quarterback for the Browns?
I don't.
I do.
It's
not this week.
He's too old.
Yeah, I think I looked, and I think that Dorian Thompson-Robinson is averaging very, very close, if not exactly the same number of yards per pass as Kareem Hunt is averaging yards per carry. And Kareem Hunt has been one of the least efficient rushers in the NFL.
Yeah. All right. Should I start with Rashee Rice or Isaiah Pacheco tonight?
I would start Rice.
I would start Pacheco, but I'm less concerned about Pacheco than Dave and Jamie were. I think they would agree with Tara. But Andy Reid's off a bye, so I think Pacheco will probably be fine.
I just need Mahomes not to outscore. Oh, yeah, I already read that one. He should be all right there.
No, yeah, I think Mahomes gets 32, Rice gets 8. You're both good.
Yeah.
A nicely cooked turkey over ham. Yeah. I need a quarterback. Whatever. I mean, I don't know. Jordan Love against the Lions. Geno Smith against the Niners. Carr against the Falcons. And Russell Wilson. I'm learning my matchups.
Browns.
What's that?
The Browns.
There you go.
It's love for me, but
yeah, it's love for me too. Again, Detroit's been a high volume matchup.
Also, and we were just talking about this today in our injury chat of who we're going to rank or not. Carr's still in the concussion protocol, and it wasn't said like he's in the protocol, but he'll be out tomorrow or he's on the right. It's just he's still on the protocol, so I wouldn't necessarily plan on having him.
Yeah, and honestly, Jameis would be a pretty interesting option. I just lost Mark Andrews, who, by the way, is not necessarily out for the season. I think you're probably okay to drop him, but they left open a little bit of room for him to return, but they didn't really give a timeline. Would you trade Brian Robinson Jr. for Laporta or Kincaid? Not a lot of running back depth, though.
I think that's fine. Saquon and Kyron coming back.
Yeah. For Kincaid, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is Calvin Ridley good to go if Zay Jones is healthy? Now we did talk about this on the show today. I think it's kind of a coincidence, but Dan was saying, and I think Jacob was also saying that Calvin Ridley is running different routes when Zay Jones plays.
Yep.
That is in fact true. Then maybe it's not coincidence.
Dave was saying it last night as well, and somebody else was saying it on Twitter with his actual route tree.
Okay,
so yes.
Okay. All right. So then maybe it gives you something there, but I don't know. I feel like it's been more easy matchups and bad cornerbacks because he faced the Chiefs in week 2 when Zay Jones played, and Calvin Ridley had like 2 catches on 8 targets. I am not quite convinced that he's good to go. Unlike the turkey that we'll be picking up tomorrow, he is not good to go.
I think he is, although it is strange if that was the issue. I wonder why they never kind of made that adjustment. You would think, because it's not like they were doing very well offensively.
Yeah, I'm getting a pre-cooked turkey, Heath. I imagine you are disappointed in that.
A pre-cooked turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine how that wouldn't be just as good as anything.
It'll probably be pretty good.
Yeah.
We have never made a turkey before, and we have we moved to this house, and the oven is completely messed up. It's just like everything that you're supposed to cook, you have to cook lower temperature for like 10 less minutes. So I'm not messing around. 10 fewer minutes. I'm not messing around. Like, let's just let the experts cook the turkey for us. I'll make the ham.
Yeah. So I'm just curious, like when you get the pre-cooked turkey, it's warm or it's cold?
No, it's probably cold because we're getting it on Wednesday. So,
okay. And so then you're going to put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then are you going to eat the turkey cold?
I'll microwave it. No, I'll put
it in a microwave your turkey. Well,
I'll put it in the oven.
I'm going to go ahead and say that, Adam, I think the ham's going to be better this year.
No, it'll be fine. It's Stu Leonard. They make a really nice turkey, I think. We should be good. We have like 6 people and we're getting a gigantic turkey, so it better be good. We're going to have it for weeks. I'm close to trading ETN for Eckler. Who would you rather have rest of season?
I would rather have Eckler. Yeah.
Yeah, Eckler.
Yes, Evan, that is exactly what I was doing with Joe Flacco. He's too old. Should I trade Pollard and Warren? What?
Did you buy cold cuts?
No, it's a turkey.
That's pre-cooked turkey.
The price, if I told you the price, you'd know it's not cold cut. Okay.
Do you still get to slice it, or does it come as with the bones and everything?
Sure we get to slice it, but we don't really have a knife for slicing turkey.
So you're gonna put the whole turkey in the microwave?
You're
gonna cut pieces off and then put it in the microwave.
No, I'm gonna put the turkey in the oven. The microwave is not gonna be part of this, and we are making the sides. Okay, there's a lot going on. We have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old who are gonna be home from school that day. We're gonna be trying to make our side dishes. Okay, like we need the pre-cooked turkey. Tara, you can respect that.
I feel you on that one. I do. I'll probably be going to honey baked ham in a couple days. So
Dawn knows how all the anonymous tweeters out there feel now because I did steal his cold cuts joke. So good job, Dawn.
Should I trade Pollard and Warren or Waddle for Travis Etienne in an 8-team league?
It feels, especially in an 8-team league, it feels
I do like ETN better than Pollard. No. Is Waddle on your bench? Is Warren on your bench? If those guys are bench players, then I think yes.
Boy, I'm getting crushed here. Just press the turkey button. I'm blaming his oven. No, honestly, I don't want to screw it up. The oven sucks. It's from the 80s or something like that. It's just terrible. And it's as old as the house. Okay. Yeah, I do cook for my kids. Okay, I made them eggs last night.
This is not. I didn't do this.
I brought this up myself. Dynasty trade: Lawrence and a 2nd-round pick for Burrow. Superflex Dynasty trade.
So
Yeah. I'd do that.
So I guess the only thing I don't like about it is I'm assuming you're not competing this year. And I would much rather have Burrow starting next year than Lawrence. But I don't like giving up a second. But it's fine, I guess.
Big turkey.
C+.
All right, trade Breece Hall for Derrick Henry and Jalen Waddle. Probably wouldn't start either, so then why would you do that? You're getting Breece Hall then?
Yeah, maybe that's backwards.
No, I think the either thing indicates he's getting the two players.
Then why would he do it if he's not starting them?
I don't know.
Maybe he's got. Maybe he's locked for the playoffs, and Henry has a good playoff schedule. That's the only thing I can think of. But Waddle doesn't have good. Waddle's got a bad one, so I don't know.
Man, is anybody bothered by how bad Breece Hall has been running the football lately? Since the game against Denver, right? He went nuts against Denver for 177 yards and a touchdown. Since then, he's averaging 2.5 yards per carry on 63 carries.
It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. I feel like it's not his fault, though.
No, I don't know that Tim Boyle is going to help.
No.
No. Let's see. Cup or Chase rest of season?
Chase. Even with the change.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
How about Chase or Jefferson rest of season? Per game.
Jefferson.
Will you trust the Bears defense in the playoffs against Cleveland? Hell no. Maybe against Cleveland. Definitely not Arizona.
Not against Arizona.
But the other two are fine.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I mean, you feel like the Bears or the Falcons are going to run the ball a lot, but Bears defense is.
I think the Bears defense is getting pretty good.
I don't know. I have JT, Henry, Warren, and Singletary. Who's on the bench this week?
Well, we don't know for sure if Damian Pierce is coming back. So
I'd say
Damian Pierce
Singletary.
came back, it would be Singletary.
Adam getting more roasted than his pre-cooked turkey. That's true. Who do you guys like this week in PPR? James Conner, Deontay Johnson, Trey McBride, or Jalen Warren?
Jalen Warren for me.
Yeah.
It's interesting. You have 2 Cardinals and 2 Steelers there. I've never seen anything like that before. Yeah. What does this mean? I am the best skeptic in this industry, which there aren't nearly enough of.
I was just thinking about that today.
What part of that?
You've said this before. You feel you kind of play the devil's advocate when we make a point, and you're really good at being skeptical of the things we say.
I'm really good. I'm not necessarily skeptical. I bring up the skeptical side of it. I feel like that has to be asked, Yeah. Anyway, who's better rest of season, Barkley or Eckler? Eckler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eckler.
Yeah, I mean the buy is really a huge deal here. Say Jones skepticism. Yeah. The Singletary still have value over Pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll reluctantly say that.
I'm skeptical of Adam's turkey. I think we've made a ham like just about every year lately for Thanksgiving. Is Thanksgiving getting canceled for us for various reasons? We would just get a ham. And I know I can make that. It's as easy as can be.
Yeah. I think everyone has full confidence in your ability to put a ham in the oven for 20 minutes at 350 and get it warmed up.
More like 2 to 3 hours. It takes a while. You gotta glaze it. You gotta put the glaze on. Rest of season, Jacobs or Pollard? This came up on the show today.
Jacobs.
I think Pollard.
I will say it's a very tough schedule, but pure volume, I'm sticking with that.
I don't currently think I'm going to have Jacobs in my top 24 running backs this week.
Who do they have? They have Kansas City.
Chiefs.
That's right. Yeah. I think only like 3 running back. was just doing a note on this.
He only has 3 targets in his last 3 games.
Yeah. But it's also that like no running backs get carries against them. They're averaging like the second fewest carries against the Chiefs. So it's going to happen there.
I can't imagine a high volume Aiden O'Connell game against the Chiefs.
Rank the FFT cooking skills. All right, I think we all have Heath first, but I'd love to get Tara too. So
you want my opinion, or you want me in it? I can give you my opinion.
I have no idea. You strike me as a pretty good cook, especially if we're making like Southern barbecue here, because based on what you said earlier. So I think you're just gonna fry everything.
That's true. I am perhaps not the best cook of meat in the world, but I do make mean side dishes as a whole. So yeah, I'll give myself that.
All right, I'm definitely better cook than Jamie, right? Like we agree. Jamie can't.
Here's the thing, and the Dave and Jamie play most things pretty close to the vest. Like I feel like we put a lot more out there, probably.
Oh yeah.
I have no indication of either Jamie or Dave's cooking skills. I've never heard either of them talk about cooking anything.
I'm pretty sure the only thing that Jamie cooks is like he'll grill. I think that's pretty much it for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I just bake.
Right.
Like Dave is pretty good on the grill. Like he'll give you a nice steak. Schneier might be okay. The way he talks about his cast iron pan. Like I feel like I have a little bit of faith in Schneier. Chris actually, okay. Heath 1, Chris 2, Dan, me, Dave, Jamie, Jacob somewhere in the middle.
I'm not sure Jacob's. I think Jacob's probably more of an Uber Eats kind of guy.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? You think he's cooking?
I think he cooks. Yeah.
Okay.
Heath, Chris.
I'll ask him tomorrow.
Dan, Jacob, Adam, Jamie, Dave, Jamie. That's Tara would be ahead of me and Jacob. Tara, you're 4th behind Dan.
4th. That's a good place.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Dave's New York pizza place skills are top notch.
Correct. I did like Morgan's idea of you donating a cooking class for St. Jude next year.
What like I would?
You're going to teach people how to cook like you do.
Teach it?
Yes.
A live stream.
You're making a burger. You stick your thumb in the middle. Or like do you do that with the meat?
No, because I'm afraid that I'm going to burn my hand on the top of the oven.
When it's raw, before you cook it, you put your thumb in the middle. I think
you'd like for the outside to be a little bit thicker than the inside.
Yeah, like a donut. All right, Ridley, Warren, or Rice, rest of season. Who do you think is going to be the best flex?
Warren,
yeah.
How many times do you flip a steak while cooking it? I have a story. When I was in my 20s, living alone in Fort Lauderdale, I went to the Fresh Market. Is that what it's called, Heath?
Yes. They have great deals.
And I bought meat. I bought like a brisket or something.
Oh, no.
I had no idea how to cook it. So I put it on the stovetop, and I'm trying to cook this big chunk of meat, and it's just like searing, and that's it. And I think I just threw it out. I had no idea what to do. I don't think I had an oven in the apartment, so that I've never cooked a steak before, and that was
You've never cooked a steak before. Still,
I've never cooked a steak. Never.
Oh.
Yeah, I do. I'm going to go ahead just based on that comment and say that you can't put yourself in front of Jamie.
Why? I can make
you might be better than him, but I have a pretty good feeling that Jamie's cooked a steak.
Okay, he's probably better than me. I have cooked a steak. He's probably better than me on the grill, but like there's a whole other world of food I could make.
I would guess that microwaving preheated meat is going to go to
you. I little bit. I very successfully boiled pasta last night, and it was fusilli.
You've never cooked a steak.
Not a thing. I got a steak thing. I don't eat steak unless it's at a steakhouse. I don't really like steak that much unless it's great steak at a steakhouse. And honestly, I'm getting a little tired of steakhouses. I go to a steakhouse, I order a steak, and I always say to myself, I would have rather have had a cheeseburger.
Oh, I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah, I
was 8 years old ordering steaks. My parents hated me.
Wow.
Oh, me too, but I've sort of outgrown them. I feel like there's a lot of pomp and circumstance, but at the end of the day, I'd rather just have a burger.
Yeah, and see, I generally have the opposite experiences. I think I maybe could have done this better.
Then when you go to a restaurant, well, I can't do
Yeah.
that. I don't have that experience.
Hmm.
Tua or Kyler?
Tua.
Mm,
Kyler.
it's Kyler. Yeah, well, yeah, it's Kyler.
There's a little love here on the steak. Steak's a little over. You know what else is overrated? Honestly, is lobster. I don't even think lobster's good unless you got the butter sauce on it. Like having a plain lobster is pretty gross.
Yeah, I don't eat.
It's just they get dressed up.
I'm not anti-lobster, but that's not something that I order.
All right. Would you trade Saquon to get Diggs when you have Jake T and Stevenson?
Fair to say that when I'm adding this to the worst takes list, you did just say that steak is overrated.
I do think steak is overrated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just think that when you get steak, when you go out and you get steak, if there's a mental side to it, they make you feel like you're eating something divine. They make you pay so much for it. The waiters are all so fancy. They bring you this special knife. Like, it's a piece of meat at the end of the day. And I don't think it's anything special. It's good. It's just like, I don't know. Like I said, rather have a burger. I would trade Saquon for Diggs, even though Diggs is slumping. But again, the bye week has a lot to do with that. But I would do it. I would rather have Diggs. You know, last year there was a point where I was offered Saquon for my Diggs, and I turned it down. And it was a terrific decision that I made. Saquon's got a lot of volatility. Dropping Adam for cold cuts. When you eat a steak, how do you order it? I get it medium. I used to get medium rare. I think I'm becoming a medium guy, but probably medium rare.
Okay. Everybody can eat food how they like.
How do you eat it?
Medium rare, but I'd like it closer to rare than medium.
Rare is just gross.
But I don't want it rare. I
Okay.
don't want it rare. But too often people are afraid you're going to say it's undercooked, and so they cook it a little bit too much.
True. Yeah. Ross Jacobs or Barkley? Just kidding. I know it's rest of season. It was a joke. Rest of season, Jacobs or Barkley?
Barkley.
Hamburger, everything ham. That's good. Jacobs and Addison for Debo and Gibbs. Oh, I think that's an easy Debo and Gibbs for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like I'm getting a little bit of support here for the lobster take. Let's see. Lobster bisque is terrific. Yeah. Mixon or Chase rest of season, half PPR.
Chase.
Chase.
This one, Mahomes is overrated. Anyone agree with that?
No, I can't.
In what way?
He's not overrated.
No, I'd like him to elaborate. Like, as a fantasy option, he has so far this season been overrated. I'd agree with that. Yeah. In terms of like actual real life quarterback play, I think he might be underrated.
A lot of food stuff here. Let's see. Okay, ham and burgers over steak and lobster. I think I'd rather have steak than ham. So I would go burgers, steak, ham, lobster.
And turkey's before or after lobster?
Before.
Okay.
Yeah. Weaker mac and cheese. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. Steak. Mahomes or DeVito rest of season? That's good. Really not a lot of serious questions here tonight, guys. Trying to find like actual questions. Debo or Higgins rest of season?
Debo.
Traded Burrow and James Cook for Lamb in Dynasty. How did I do before the injury? You traded him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's super flex or one QB.
Yeah, assuming he says I have Stroud, so I'm assuming it's one quarterback, and so that was a big win before the injury, and now you're just kind of rubbing salt in the wound.
All right.
I'd
All
probably
right.
be sending that to my friend if I was him. Yeah.
All right. I think we're good here. And good luck tonight to anyone who needs a Monday Night Miracle or whatever, or needs the other your opponent to not have a Monday Night Miracle. I normally don't look, but I got curious last night. How many points do I need from Patrick Mahomes tonight to win
11.
in this next league? I need 11 points to beat Heath.
Yep. I would guess you'll get that in the first quarter.
Yeah.
What would you prefer? That I get 9 points from Mahomes and you beat me in Superflex, but the Chiefs lose, or I beat you and the Chiefs win?
See, almost always I choose my fantasy results over the Chiefs results because I don't think these games matter to the Chiefs. They're going to be playing in the AFC Championship game at Arrowhead, and hopefully they win that game. But it's kind of the same thing in that league because I'm 9-1, and I think I'm 3 games up on everybody else. So it doesn't really matter. Like either I'm not really going to be sweating either one of those things.
All right, well then let's just pull together and root for Patrick Mahomes.
Actually, I have Mahomes on like 7 teams, so I'll be rooting for you.
All right, thanks to Tara and to Heath and to Schaefer, and hamburgers for everyone. See ya. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hamburgers for everyone. See ya.